So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to welcome you to episode number 19 of our AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory. We are of course embarking on our first championship campaign. We're currently in September, right towards the end of it, and we've actually had a really good start to the season. I'll guide you through that more in a moment, but yeah, I think this is the fourth episode now of season number 2, and if you didn't know already, I'm trying to ramp up the speed of this season and ramp up the amount that this is getting uploaded. I've started to a little bit here, but I'm still trying to make it a little bit more regular. Regardless of that though, as you can see, I mentioned it slightly there in the intro, but we are joint top of the table with Watford, so a team that was promoted from League One joint at the top of the table with a team relegated from the Premier League. We've got some tricky games though coming up in this episode, as you can see here by the calendar. First of all, Sunderland, who, although we're relegated in real life, do have a very strong side on FIFA. And then you can see moving into October, we'll go through this entire month today. Bristol City, Cardiff, who are of course promoted in real life, Leeds, Huddersfield relegated from the Premier League, and then we'll probably just about squeeze another game in from November maybe as well here against Derby. Now, if you missed last episode, then do, of course, feel free to go and check it out. Episode number 18, there'll be an annotation on the top right of the screen for you to go and check that out, and there'll also be one for the playlist as well if you are new to this series, which if you are, then make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. This has been a very fun series so far. But if you missed last episode, it was a bit of an up and down one, I can't lie to you, but I did ask you guys a couple of questions. Obviously, the traditional player of the episode vote, you can see Scott McTominay, in slightly different news, was obviously a signing that we made last time, but it's a man here just above him in the squad report being Leonardo da Silva Lopez, who won player of the episode in that one, which means he should be playing every single game of this one. Now, his stamina's not very good, so that will be a bit of a challenge. And on top of that, we also had a vote for the new captain in the side. Really, for the majority of this series, it's just been bouncing about whoever the game decides to give it to, but you guys in the comments really wanted me to have a designated captain for the side, and you guys actually voted, interestingly enough, for Deji Oshalaja, who I would have voted for as well. I feel like he's a bit of a fan favourite. He's a favourite of mine. I think Lyle Taylor will probably be our vice-captain, if you like. So when Oshalaja doesn't play, as long as Lyle Taylor is playing, he will have the captain's armband instead. But we're now going to jump pretty much straight now into the gameplay action, and that comes in the form of the first game here against Sunderland at home at Plough Lane. And obviously, it marks the opportunity for Joel Azoro to play against his old team for the first time. Also, kind of worth bearing in mind, if this episode happens to be pretty easy, I think what I'm going to do is move the sliders up to make it a bit more difficult. There's the new captain, Adedeji Oshalaja, ready to get some passion into his troops, I think it's fair to say. Oshalaja's won that in the air, and we carry on with the ball again. We are starting very positively in this game. That's McTominay now through towards Azoro, and he almost got there. Steele smothers it, and then Love gets it away. Lyle Taylor, that's Harvey Barnes now, trying to work the space. He has done. That's Harvey Barnes, and that was an incredibly fierce strike. Saved by Steele. He's got hands of steel is what I would suggest there. That was a fearsome strike. Not quite right in the top corner, but it was a decent effort. This is Ndong. That's a great ball through there towards Connor Chaplin. Back towards Ndong again. And it's a clinical finish. Sunderland have had one shot in this game and they've scored it, and it's a good effort from Didier Ndong. Connor Chaplin, who's been on our shortlist for flipping ages as a Portsmouth player, setting it up, but I mean, it's totally undeserved, let's be honest here. It's a good move, yes, but I mean, was there much more we could have done there? It's a first time shot right into the bottom corner. Joel Azoro through to Joel Azoro first time, but saved there by Jason Steele, again looking for a similar goal as to what Sunderland got, really, the first time shot from the through ball. Going in 1-0, I mean, it's completely undeserved. We've literally dominated this first half of football. Oh, lovely 1-2 there between Da Silva Lopez and Lyle Taylor. Right, chance here for Da Silva Lopez, and he just about puts it in on the rebound. Had to hesitate there because I didn't know if he was going to respond and react in time. The original shot came and it was blocked, and it fell very kindly for him. Da Silva Lopez forces it home, and the man who was player of the episode last time gets our first goal of this one. As you can see, very lucky there. I mean, okay, yeah, that makes no sense. I'm sorry. I might have had some BS go against me for their goal in the sense it was their only chance of the game. De Silva Lopez has just kicked that ball through his other leg. Sunderland coming forward though straight away. Khazri there with the effort off the post, and it's just wide off the side netting. That, in fairness, was a huge chance for Sunderland, who have just completely switched back on again. Barnes has given the ball away. It's not where I wanted him to put it. Oshalaja though, that was a great interception from Adedeji Oshalaja. Dozel. Harvey Barnes now into Azoro's, just about got it out of his feet. Lyle Taylor has missed the target. That's a huge miss. Last episode he had a mare, and he started off poorly there as well with a really bad miss. Toko there through to Joel Azoro. That was a really good ball actually. Now it's Lyle Taylor. Oh, what a finish. Thumping effort with 5 minutes to go from Lyle Taylor. Why does he do this? Why does he miss huge opportunities and then do that out of absolutely nowhere? Joel Azoro's laid it off for Taylor, who was absolutely top-binsed it. Oh, that is a phenomenal finish. That's actually sick. That's a sick finish from Lyle Taylor. The Montserrat Messi's delivered. Ball's been pumped long there. Can De Silva Lopez win that in the air? Oh, he can. De Silva Lopez has been absolutely unbelievable in this game. Back in again now to McNair. That's over towards Khazri with the finesse, and it is just wide, and I think that is going to do it. A late goal from Lyle Taylor then wins us the game, and what a goal it was as well. As far as your ratings are concerned, it's no real surprise. The man who won us the game, Lyle Taylor, gets the man of the match. 8.9 as well there for Joel Azoro, and the man who scored the other goal, 9.3 for De Silva Lopez. So we've got some reports then back for some of the youth players we've been scouting at the moment. We'll take a look at some of these. Oh, hello, there's a very decent one here. Declan Collins, not bad. 45 to 59 overall, though, is pretty low. He's probably going to be about 51, 52 on average. And we've got a second scout report here as well. We're in Ghana at the moment with our other scout, Liam Kelly. Once again, one guy here who's sort of on the borderline of being worthy of being promoted, so Gilbert Ajay there. I mean, it's alright. We'll just check back again next month and see. Judging from this as well, Andre Dozel has gone up by an overall. He is 70 now as we move into the next month. Aaron Bolger's gone up as well. He's 65, so he's as good now as Dean Parrott. Sibbick and Shaw have gone up, I believe. Time for a sim game, though, now against Bristol City away from home. Obviously, we've played first game, so we'll sort of checkerboard it, where we'll play one sim, one, play one, that sort of thing. So we're simming this one away now against Bristol City. They're off the back of a 1-0 loss against Preston. A very strong side. Obviously, it's a sim. You want to try and put your main players out on the pitch. We'll sort of interchange the positions a bit more when we're actually playing the game, so you guys get to see the different players out on the pitch. There's no real point doing squad rotation for sim games unless people are tired. Talking of tired, I'm sure most of the fans will be after a pretty dreary first half, apart from the fact that Goalborn gave Bristol City the lead. We've drawn pretty much all of our sims so far. Only 10 minutes to do so. Parrott onto the pitch. I was about to say it looks like we were going to lose in a slim fashion. In the end, I assume we were pumping bodies forward. Deju came off the bench for Bristol City and managed to get a goal with 1 minute to go. So, a bit of growth in training. Lyle Taylor now up to a 69 overall. So, getting the winning goal in that first game. And now managing to get himself a bit of growth in training. Not too bad. Decent episode for Taylor so far then. Alright, scrap what I said about the checkerboard ting. I'd rather play Leeds than Cardiff in a game. So we're going to play Leeds and then we're going to play Huddersfield in the next back-to-back games. So we're going to sim this one against Cardiff instead. Now it's a home tie, so theoretically we should have a little bit more of an advantage than we did against Bristol City, which I feel really is the reason why we lost that one. Cardiff have an alright side. I imagine it's probably better than Bristol City's. I don't really know, to be honest with you, in terms of overall rating. Hasn't stopped Joel Azoro giving us the lead and then doubling our lead within 7 minutes. Ward's got one back though for Cardiff, so it's now 2-1 on the edge of half-time. Plenty of goals going in on this one though. De Silva Lopez adds another one to his championship tally throughout the season, and we now got 2-goal lead back. Solid win there against the side that got promoted from the championship in real life, of course. So Leeds at Elland Road is our next fixture, and it's our second played game, 4th game overall this episode already. Anyway, you can see the squad there in the background. Azoro and Taylor still up top together, but testing out a couple of different players, just doing a bit of squad rotation, because we've got that game against Huddersfield in 3 days from now, so the side will be very different for that one. You can see Bolger and Trotter coming into the side. They're really the main changes, I would say. Leeds, difficult game I imagine this is going to be. They've got an alright squad. Pablo Hernandez leads them out onto the pitch, the ex-Swansea man, of course. The likes of Pontus Jansson in this team as well. Kemar Roof, you can see, who was a feature of our last Road to Glory, back on FIFA 16 with Wigan. Bolger there chucks that one out to Barnes. Nice back heel. Bolger, Azoro. Now into Liam Trotter, and that is a very good effort, saved by Felix Wiedevold. Forcing Leeds back here, back with Dallas again though now. Not really anyone covering, it's deflected, saved by Walton. Just about dealt with calmly by Harvey Barnes and Christian Walton. There's a problem actually, I've got two very diminutive central midfielders on the pitch at the same time here. Toko and Bolger are both really small, so I don't know if that's really hindering us at the moment. Dallas down this left-hand side. Cuts back, Dale Fry though, absolutely thumps him to the ground and then back heels it away. Brilliant scenes. But it's back with Azoro now. Lovely back heel there into Harvey Barnes. That was some great stuff. In down to Liam Trotter on the volley. Oh, nice goal. Beautiful, beautiful goal. Liam Trotter there in the 38th minute volleys us into the lead. That was all started with that beautiful back heel there from Joel Azoro. Peng stuff. Lovely back heel. Harvey Barnes just dinks it into Trotter. To be honest, he doesn't even need to. He could have just passed it on the floor. But it's nice technique as well. Trotter then in for Dozel this game, and he's given us the lead. That's his second goal in 2 episodes, and his second goal of the championship season. I know Liam Trotter was someone we sort of assumed as expendable at the start of this season, but he's actually turned up. He's coming forward again here with Hernandez, but Dale Fry, honestly, Dale Fry and Dej Oshalaja, somebody check what they got put in their breakfast this morning, because I'm not sure it's legal. I'm not sure it's a legal supplement. Toko's on a mad thing as well. Right, we're going to make a change. We're going to bring on someone we haven't seen in a while, but someone who was actually very influential towards Wimbledon staying in League One in real life. Lyle Taylor's going to come off for Joe Pigott. We're also going to see a debut here for Morgan Shaw, who's going to come on the left-hand side for Harvey Barnes. So let's see how he does on his debut. Bolger has had a much better second half, and that was the first touch as a Wimbledon player for Morgan Shaw. Toko's nodded that on there for De Silva Lopez, who puts it back in for Pigott. Over the bar. Should have been 2. A lot of luck involved there because I didn't even cross it. It just deflected. Klish there with the 1-2 with Roof. It's come off Oshalaja. Out wide to Grzycki or Sibitsky even. And it is just wide. Decent effort. I was just saying, Leeds haven't really been getting many shots away. Walton 100% had that one covered though. This is Roof. That's a good ball, and Walton has managed to pluck that one out of the air, because it looked like that was going to be a very, very dangerous finesse shot, in all honesty. Phillips back into Alioski again. This is quick passing play. Alioski again, and once again, Walton is just there to literally pluck it out of the air. Joe Pigott there, playing that one through towards Liam Trotter, who's in to try and get a second goal. He isn't, though. It is saved by Wiedevold. That was a good opportunity, again, to double our lead and really put this one to bed. Trotter gets a yellow card for his troubles. It wasn't for missing, it was for a challenge earlier. Toko now into Liam Trotter. Joel Azoro's got a bit of space, and that is saved onto the crossbar. Oh my goodness me. If Leeds get anything out of this game, they've got to flipping get some champagne for fucking Wiedevold. That was insane. 3 minutes this one to go. The tension is high. The Leeds fans are spurring on their men with this late corner. It's swung in. Trotter needs to deal with it, and he has done. Desperate scenes at the moment. Shaughnessy's got support there. Walton saves, though. Thunderous strike, but straight at him. We're looking shaky in the final few minutes, just unable to get the ball away because Leeds are pressing so high up the pitch. The goalkeeper's forward. Wiedevold made a wonder save earlier. Can he get on the score sheet? It's in. Florence gets it away. It'll be another corner again. The tension is high. Wiedevold's still there. Oh my word. My goodness gracious me. It's into the box. Janssen on the volley. Walton though gets there. He's just going to yam this one forward. The referee finally blows for full time, and it's a slim 1-0 victory then here in the sim. The Leeds fans are not happy with that home defeat, but we certainly are pleased to be getting the 3 points. Your man of the match, interestingly, was Harvey Barnes, 8.6. He got an assist, I suppose, for the goal. I didn't really notice him too much, barring that, but clearly the game reckons he had a good match. Dale Fry as well was very impressive, 8.3. Up in the 8s as well for our 2 central midfielders, who, despite being quite small, were very physically strong in that game. So we've had an interesting message here from Dean Parrott off the back of the start of the season. He's a bit concerned that he's not getting enough game time, basically. I can't lie to him, I do kind of agree, because obviously McTominay's come in and sort of nailed down to an extent that centre mid spot. Aaron Bolger is a young guy who's growing. He's already as good as Dean Parrott. It will not be very long at all before he's statistically better. He hasn't had much game time. I do want to try and get him in the side a little bit more often, but it's hard to chop and change that much between centre mids. Am I seriously going to have to make Huddersfield wear that kit? Pretty makeshift squad, I can't lie to you, going into this Huddersfield game. A lot of our main men are tired, especially Azoro, who's ridiculously fatigued. Dale Fry and Florence also too tired. Same for Harvey Barnes, though he is on the bench. Same for Azoro, just in case we need them late on in the game. De Silva Lopez is going to have to drag himself out for this one as well. He's pretty tired. So the likes of Pigott, Lorenzo Visser, and Toby Civic are all starting this game. Nice through ball actually there into Dozzell, who can turn and go for a finesse effort, and it wasn't too far away there from Andre Dozzell. Just a little bit too much power on that one. Goalkeeper, though, was rooted to the spot. Is that Alban Lafont? It is! Huddersfield have got Alban Lafont in goal. I was just saying I didn't recognise who it was. It's flipping Alban Lafont, the kid who's got about 87 potential. Well, I hope for his sake Huddersfield get re-promoted at some point. Back into Tony Villena. Some really good signings for Huddersfield. Villena into Halzinho, saved by Walton. Cleared by Charles Dozzell. Lyle Taylor back into Andre Dozzell again. Thumping finish from Andre Dozzell. That is an impressive goal. Jesus, that is a thumping strike from Andre Dozzell. Wow. We scored some alright goals in this game. In this episode even. We scored one goal in the game. But it was an alright one, do you know what I mean? 1-2. Lyle Taylor, Dozzell on the edge of the area. First time, no chance for Alban Lafont. On the left foot, he struck it sweetly. And even a French wonder kid isn't getting his hands on the end of that one. Mounier there is not getting past Oshalarja. That is just simply not an easy task for a forward in this day and age. Joe Pigott has got an overlapping run here from Lorenzo Visser, who isn't the paciest, but will still get away from the defender. That's a good ball in for Lyle Taylor. Lafont spills it. I think Lyle Taylor could have done a lot better with that, actually. Although one thing I will say, there wasn't a ridiculous amount of pace on the cross, so it was difficult to generate power. But Visser's won that in a really dangerous position. It's Lorenzo Visser, saved at full stretch by Alban Lafont. This is Andre Dozzell down the line here for Nzuzi Toko again, who can cut back. There's a man at the back post. It's Morgan Shaw who was going for the header, looking for his first goal. It's Shaw again. That is Dean Parrott in behind. Dean Parrott saved by Lafont. Surely, no, Dozzell can't get his head on it. And that's your game. Again, 1-0. And really similar actually to the Leeds game. We scored about half an hour in. Probably should have scored again late on. Didn't really have too much in the way of threat in the opposite end. And we take a 1-0 win and 3 points once again. I think we're definitely heading towards a much tougher setup in terms of sliders next episode. Because the AI just aren't attacking enough. And I don't know how to make them attack more. And that point backed up by the fact that Huddersfield only had 2 shots in the game. As a team that's just been relegated from the Premier League and should be of a very high quality, there's no explanation for them only shooting twice, apart from the fact that, you know, the AI just aren't attacking enough. Alright, so we've got another couple of absolute English gems as far as the Youth Academy is concerned. It's not going to be long until we have a couple of these guys really starting to make claims for getting actual regular football. So we've got Toby Brown here, who's got an overall as well between 52 and 72, so he's actually going to be a very good player. Hope he isn't a winger though, because we've already got a couple of decent wingers in the shape of Visser and Morgan Shaw from the Youth Academy. Also Brandon Green here as well, who's got a good potential. Pretty shocking overall though, unfortunately. We're going to promote both of these guys. Time for yet another sim game, this time away from home against Derby. This is going to be a difficult game. They're off the back of 3 wins and have a very good side. But you know what? We're decent now, okay? We do well in sims. Okay, I might have tempted fate. We're losing already. Martin has given Derby the lead after just 16 minutes in this one. But De Silva Lopez, again, scoring in a sim just before half-time, gets us that golden equaliser. Mate Vizra has got other ideas and gives Derby a late winner with just 9 minutes of the game to go. So disappointing loss, but under the circumstances, probably expected away from home against a strong side. If there's anyone you want me to desperately train as well, by the way, for the remainder of this series or for the next episode, then drop it down in the comment section below, because I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Big ups Nikola Sarnev, who's just been called up for the New Zealand national team. It's clearly given him some confidence because he wants to start this game, but he's only 55 overall still. I don't really feel like I can trust him in a championship game. Maybe if we're playing lower opposition in a cup game, then I might stick him in. Now, though, it is time, I think, for the final game of this episode. We've already done quite a lot in this one. You can see the side here. It's a little bit different in the sense that Roy Carroll is in goal. We haven't seen him in between the sticks in a while. And also Morgan Shaw, who's impressed off the bench He's actually going to get his first start for the club. Ah, it's damp, moist and soggy on this. It's raining is what I'm trying to suggest on this beautiful afternoon. There's a couple of these guys actually in this Ipswich side that are on my shortlist, and obviously we actually acquired one of them, and that was Andre Dozzell. So I've got to mention he's up against his old side. Dozzell there with the link-up play with Lyle Taylor. That's a lovely back heel again, pulling off the back heels left, right and centre, but it's Silva Lopez has sliced that one wide. Should have gone for the near post. This is Freddie Sears trying to cut past McTominay. He's done that very well, but Oshalaja again. This, honestly, I know I might not have shown much of it, but this may well have been Oshalaja's best ever episode. Like, I'm not even kidding. He's actually been insane in this one. As Joel Azora swings that in for Dozzell. On the volley. An unreal save from Gherkin there. Ipswich looking for a bit of a counter-attack now. Oshalaja, though, again. He has actually been insane. Like, it's not okay. It's genuinely, I think we might be breaking some certain laws. The Silva Lopez, Dozzell back through towards the Silva Lopez again. Great footwork there, saved by the goalkeeper. Knudsen leapfrogs, jumps like a salmon to get it away. Once again, it's to be honest, it's poor finishing. I should have done better there. The Silva Lopez, look at all the space he had. Down the line there for Sears. Still Freddie Sears, and he actually went for the shot, surprisingly. Saved at the near post, though, by Roy Carroll. Thought Sears was going to try and pull that one back, but Oshalaja did well in fairness to show him the shot, and you know, it was always down then for Carroll to have his near post covered. Into the near post there for Sears, but McTominay uses his tall frame to get it away, and then Oshalaja. Honestly, don't think I have ever witnessed a defensive performance like this in an episode. Lyle Taylor there to De Silva Lopez, trying to thread it through for Azoro, and he has done. It's Joel Azoro clean through on goal, and it's saved. It's so poor. It's so poor. It's because it's on his weak foot. That time I didn't even aim straight at the keeper, but because it's on his weak foot on his left, he's just put it straight at the keeper, and it deserved to go in because it was off the back of some great defensive play. Oshalaja again. Honestly, I can't fathom it, quite frankly, at the moment. This is absolutely ridiculous. Azoro here trying to prod that through for Morgan Shaw. It's back in there towards Lyle Taylor. Great turn from him. What is that? What is that? What is that finish? Did you see the goal he scored earlier? This is the problem with Lyle Taylor. He'll miss sitters, but then so does Joel Azoro. Joel Azoro misses some amazing chances. I actually think Joel Azoro has been decidedly average so far this season. We've given the ball away in a dangerous position there, but thankfully Ipswich put it over the bar. Goes past his man there, but Oshalaja again. Honestly, this is the best defensive performance I've seen from any player in an episode. The thing is, we have actually been great defensively. It's just that we've been shocking going forward, and that obviously makes for a really boring game. We've got 10 minutes to try and scrape a third 1-0 win in a row in terms of played games. Honestly, I just wish I could bring you more goals, but I think the combined nature of this game with the fact that none of our forwards can score on a regular basis, unfortunately means that that's quite a difficult task sometimes. And after all of this, somehow it's going to end 0-0. These games... this FIFA infuriates me. It infuriates the hell out of me. I don't even care about dropping points. I'd rather lose a game 4-3 than win one 1-0. And imagine if we were actually clinical. We'd win every single game because the AI don't attack us. How many shots did Ipswich have in that game? 0 on target. Ipswich had no shots on target in that game. Anyway, Andre Dozzell was your man of the match. Blah, blah, blah. Boring game. Anyway, regardless of the fundamental brokenness of this game, we are still top of the table, unsurprisingly. We've only conceded 12 goals. It doesn't shock me, because nobody tries to score against us. Enough of the negativity. In the background, you'll now see the Hall of Fame, which holds all the accolades for various records in this series. Top goal scorer, top assist maker, top appearances, all that sort of good stuff. And now in the top right of the screen, you'll be able to take part in a poll, as ever, the player of the episode. A list of players who were simply phenomenal in this one. I can assure you that De Silva Lopez and Oshalaja will be the forefront runners in that one because they were both unbelievable. That was going to wrap things up for this episode. A pretty, not disappointing even, because we still got a point, but just frustrating way to end the episode, because I'm sure you guys can relate. You know, you wanna come on here and you wanna see, I don't know, at least 2 goals every game, and it's very hard to deliver that because I want these videos to be entertaining. I'm trying to make them entertaining in terms of the way that I, comment commentating all that sort of stuff, but it's difficult to make a 0-0 game entertaining. Anyway, that is going to be it from me. I hope you've still enjoyed this episode, even though it petered out a little bit in terms of the gameplay at the end. If you have enjoyed though, slap a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's that big red button under the video, really helps me out, so make sure to hit that one if you're new around here. You can also follow me on social media. My Twitter handle is @theofficialfng, links are down below, and my Instagram is exactly the same. But it's been a pleasure ranting to you guys today, honestly. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Yo, Massappels.
I roll out with some monsters. Looks like your team and you watchers. I do not roll with imposters. Sound like the man in the Oscars. I'm drunk off Henny and Fosters. I have a career, I'm jobless. This bitch f me so hard, I might just end up unconscious. I like girls in lingerie, especially if it is crotchless. Bitch, I am the bigger picture. There is no way you can crop us.